Hi there, Andy again. This is our second instalment of our buying a motorcycle helmet buyer's guide. As I said in the end of the last one, we're going to show you the best way to buy a helmet and how to fit them properly. Now, as I said, lots of helmets vary in lots of ways, and one of the big things about them is the interiors of the helmets and how the different shape and style of padding and the different materials used can make the fit very different, as well as different shell styles and shell sizes. On some of the more expensive helmets, they will produce 3 to 4 different shell sizes to cover the different sizes of helmet. On some of the cheaper priced brands, they will only produce 2 shell sizes and use different amounts of padding in size to get between, say, an extra small and extra large. So the feel of that helmet can be very different. And just because you are a large in one particular brand of helmet doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a large in another brand. So it's very important that you try the helmets on. So what I'm going to do here is just quickly show you how you should go about fitting, a little bit of a guide as to how that helmet should feel and how to get the correct and safe fitting for yourself as well. So I'm going to use one of my colleagues here, Simon, to help us with this. First thing I'm going to do is show you how to measure your head to give you a rough guide as to what size helmet you should be buying. So, with a soft tape measure, which wherever you're buying a helmet, and certainly here we would have one of these on hand so that we can measure you to see just exactly at what point we should be starting. Now, to measure, if I can ask Simon to turn and face me, what you want to do is measure around the head just above the ear and across the forehead. So you'll take this measurement in centimetres. You can see there where I'm putting the tape measure. As I bring that around, what we've got there, Simon is between 53 and 54 centimetres, which is a small. Okay, so what we're going to do, first of all, is put the wrong size helmet on him deliberately so that you can see the things that shouldn't happen. So Simon, here is an extra large HJC helmet. If you could put that on for me and do the strap up. This is one, as I explained in the last video, has a double D link, so he's going to have to put that strap through both Ds and back through just one single one, and then it will pull tight under his chin. I say that, of course, because this helmet is far too big for him. It might not pull as tight as we'd like. Once he's got that strap done up, what we should be looking for when it's pulled nice and tight is the fact that you can squeeze 2 fingers in between the strap and the underside of your chin. Okay, it shouldn't be too tight. If you had a helmet too small and that pulled too tight and you struggled to get 2 fingers in, that would be too tight, and obviously too loose would have the opposite effect. Yeah, okay there, Simon, do you need some help?
Possibly, yeah.
Let me just finish that off for you. Okay, so we've gone through the 2 Ds and we go back under the first D like that, and then we can pull that strap nice and tight like that. Now already I could get probably 4 fingers in there, to be fair, so I know that is too loose. The other thing, if I ask, when we get anyone to try a helmet, we always ask them to look straight ahead and try and keep their head straight ahead while we move the helmet to see how well it is fitting. Now with this, as you can see, I can move that helmet about quite easily, and I'm leaving Simon's head behind. So that's far too loose. If I tip up with a good bang, that could probably wrench that helmet off of Simon's head, and from the back the same thing. As you can see, the helmet is moving around without his head, so that is far too big. So as comfortable as that might feel because it's nice and loose, that is not safe. So if you take that off for me, Simon. What I'm now going to get him to try, this is a small box helmet. Same again, we have the double D link there, so if I can get you to pop that one on. So by the measurement I took with the tape, we should find that this is the correct size. Already, just by looking at it on his head, it already looks a little bit more compact. The extra large looked like a really big helmet, and even before he did a strap up, we moved it, it really did look like it wasn't pressing in on his face at all. Right, now that's done up nicely. Simon, if you just look straight ahead again, as I move that helmet about, you can see it's actually taking his cheeks and his face with it. That's just exactly what we want. If I push on the front, I'm actually going to wrench his head backwards, or forwards, it's going to move his head forwards. That means if he was to have an accident, anywhere he struck, front or back of the helmet would stay with him. And obviously from side to side, the same thing. You can see there is a little bit of a squash in on his cheeks. That's a good thing. The other thing you should be looking for is all around the helmet, and I mean all around, an even pressure. You should be able to feel that the helmet's on, and you should be able to feel an even pressure, but not too tight. The two parts of your head to really keep an eye on is your forehead and right at the back. Again, in the last video I said when you try a helmet on, always keep it on for a couple of minutes to let it settle, and you can feel if there's too much pressure, you'll start to feel a pain, almost getting a headache. And these are the 2 points that are going to be the first 2 points you'll feel that. If you're going to start to get some pain there, obviously if you're going on a long journey, that's going to really give you a headache by the time you get to the end of it. So you can actually have a helmet that is too tight. So this one, a nice even pressure all around. Again, you can see Simon's face, as I said, and it's just held nice and firm. Inside the strap there, I could just get 2 fingers nice in and firm underneath his chin strap. That means that's not too tight and going to choke him, but it's tight enough to keep the helmet in one place. So there you are, a nice comfortable fit. Again, always remember, ECE 2205 must be on all your helmets, and make sure that when you're trying on different brands that it's got the same feel every time. Remember, a medium in one make will not fit the same as a medium in another, because we have different shaped heads and they will all be a little different. So I hope that's helped. Don't forget, you can check into our Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook and YouTube and www.motorserv.com. Thank you very much.